What a beautiful time that's upon us. From Ripple, the Ripple Swell 2025 agenda is live. And this is where traditional finance meets decentralized finance, from stablecoins and payments to regulation and real-world adoption. Swell brings together the conversation shaping the future of finance, right? Because this is the meeting or the conference where all these major players are going to be attending. So don't miss your chance to join us in New York City. Oh, so it'll be taking place in New York City, guys. And you know what's so weird is I think XRP will be having deja vu quite soon. You know why? I think history will repeat, if not rhyme, minimum. It's the ETFs for XRP go live end of October. Okay, it's basically guaranteed, I think. November is Swell. But what happened last year, November? Do you guys remember? Exactly. That's when the price pump began, guys. And XRP like 6x or something, right? I think that's going to be repeating quite soon. Around this time frame, November 4th to the 5th, that's when XRP literally on the day, November 5th, it exploded, right? Because of Trump, the Trump trigger agenda announcement. So this is honestly perfection, right? You can't get more of a better timing than this, guys. So Ripple came out with their Swell agenda here. Discover what's next at Swell, where leaders in crypto, blockchain payments, and policy come together to drive real-world impact. Okay, so this is what I would like to see, guys. Monday, November 3rd, it begins. All sessions will take place in Eastern Time, 4 to 7 p.m., the welcome reception. And then on Tuesday, November 4th, all sessions will take place in Eastern Time again. Now, 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. we got registration, breakfast, and networking. 9:30 to 9:45 opening remarks, and it'll be by Monica Long, guys. Okay, as she kicks off the 9th annual Swell event in New York City. Wow, that's gonna get crazy, huh? So, 9:45 to 10:05 a.m. Now, this is where it gets spicy, guys, because right after Monica Long speaks, we're going to hear from the chair and CEO at NASDAQ. Wait a second, what? Guys, NASDAQ will be attending. Now, NASDAQ is literally a main index of the stock market. Okay? The stock markets will be attending, guys. You know how big this is? And not for any random crypto event. It's only for Ripple Swell events, guys, right? Ripple's event. As she dives into the potential of digital assets and blockchain across the financial industry, right? I'm guessing why she's going to be attending is because she's interested in connecting both of the worlds together, which makes perfect sense to me. Then, right after NASDAQ speaks, or the CEO of NASDAQ, guys. And remember, NASDAQ is like trillions upon trillions upon trillions, okay? It's nothing small. It's compared to the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. We got 10:05, 10:40 a.m. right after they speak, the impact of tokenized financial assets on capital markets. This session will bring together leaders from BlackRock and Moody's to discuss the transformative influence of tokenized assets on the landscape of capital markets. Who's going to be talking here? Moody's. Now, if that's the Moody's that I know of, where it's the credit rating system, guys, I remember Moody's literally downgraded America, right, because of its fiscal policy. So yeah, we could be at the end of an era here, right, where all these people that are very significant will be attending Ripple Swell. No other crypto events except Ripple Swell. Think about that. And you don't think that Ripple is chosen here, which comes down to XRP, the XRP ledger, and everything within this ecosystem? Director of Digital Assets at BlackRock speaks as well. Maxwell Stein, guys, of BlackRock. He will be speaking. Yeah, this is gonna get pretty insane, right? Again, attending Ripple's event. Right after, we got stablecoins and blockchain revolutionizing cross-border payments. Okay, and a bunch more talks here, guys. Okay, from different people. Now, let us explore crypto ETFs, because remember, BlackRock will be attending. But when we talk about BlackRock, everyone's filing for an XRP ETF except BlackRock. Here's why the giant is sitting this one out. For now, they are. For now. This, to me, by the way, confirms that BlackRock will be filing their own XRP ETF rather soon, right? Because what is BlackRock even doing here? Exactly. Talking and speaking at a Ripple event, right? So now they're comfortable, guys, is my opinion here. The world's largest asset manager, the same firm that bulldozed its way to the top of the spot Bitcoin ETF market and swiftly cornered the Ethereum ETF trade, is suddenly nowhere to be found. No application. No, we are evaluating options. Just radio silence, except for a carefully worded no plans at this time, right? And that was from the CEO of BlackRock, guys, Larry Fink. He said he can't speak on XRP at all, right? It's like it's 100% confidential. Why is that the case? Because there are NDAs. They cannot speak until it is until the time is appointed, right? They are appointed to speak. So, but again, this is indirect confirmation that BlackRock's ETF will be coming. Okay, but first we need to see the other ETFs live. That's number one, right? Such as the Rex Osprey XRP ETF set September 9th as a launch day. Look at this. So perhaps we'll see on September 9th an XRP ETF live, right? Spot. People are saying it's not spot, but we just need a bunch of spot and non-spot guys to just go live, right? So the markets are comfortable, because at the end, it doesn't matter. The deadline is October, end of October. Crypto ETPs hit the Swiss stock exchange. Bitwise just listed 5 flagship crypto ETPs on the 6th Swiss exchange, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. Look at that. Right, so everyone's getting comfortable with XRP here, guys, which is why I believe it's guaranteed for the ETFs to go live, and then BlackRock will become comfortable, as they are already, because one of BlackRock's puppets will be attending Ripple's event, and yeah, BlackRock will follow, guys, right? And we need them to follow because they manage a staggering $11 trillion. Right, so imagine all that money pouring into XRP. Well, it's not going to be 11 trillion, but a percentage, guys, because I feel like there's a lot of people doubting the XRP ETFs and underestimating it. Okay, people don't realize how much FOMO will hit XRP, because that's how XRP usually is. Imagine the ETFs are live and XRP explodes in one single candle. You don't think that everyone will be buying? Exactly, and that's how XRP price explodes. Again, that's my time frame at least. End of October to November, from Brad Garlinghouse. Per CME Group data, XRP futures contracts were the fastest ever, just over 3 months, to hit $1 billion in open interest. And you think BlackRock is going to be missing out on this fun? Obviously not. Okay, obviously not. It seems like there's so much interest that XRP was going ballistic, guys. As in, the XRP futures contracts were the fastest ever to hit $1 billion in open interest, and this is just for futures. Okay, spot is less risky. Okay, which means, you know how much more demand there will be from big players, right? Buying spot XRP ETFs, so much you can't even fathom. XRP ETF hype is real, Bloomberg analyst confirms. So they're all mentioning it, but everyone's asleep.
I would have thought Solana would do pretty well, but we have Solana futures products that could be a decent indicator, and we have the Solana product now that has staking. And ironically,
how are they doing?
Pretty good, actually. But ironically enough, there's also leverage futures XRP and XRP products. They actually launched after the Solana products and had even more interest. So
Look at that. Well, look at his face right there, right? As soon as he said that, wow, we just caught that in real time. As soon as he said, after Solana products were launched, Solana did okay or good, but XRP on the other hand, with his future contracts, it did amazing. And he got shocked, like, wait, what? What do you mean? Right? Because everyone is doubting on XRP here, right? Nobody realizes it, guys, but he just plainly said it right here.
There's a lot of interest there. Is it going to be the level of interest that the Bitcoin ETF launch had? Absolutely not. Like anyone who thinks like, oh, Bitcoin ETFs took in 40 billion, my XRP ETF is going to take in the same amount or whatever. That's just not how it's going to work. These are longer tail assets. I think there will be demand. There will be plenty. There will probably be multiple products for each of these assets to do well. Maybe not all 10 of the ones I listed, but a decent amount of them.
I don't know about just for now. I don't know about competing with Bitcoin, but I do know even if we do get a percentage of Bitcoin's demand, it's going to be massive for XRP. Okay, I don't know if it's going to surpass it, but I do know that a lot of people are doubting XRP. It's just my humble opinion here, right? Which is why or when I think XRP will finally break out, right? And people are saying, the XRP community is hurting. A few people maybe, but I think most aren't. Especially when people have been buying literally since pennies. I'm not kidding. Okay, 30, 40, 50 cents under $1. A lot of people have been buying. So I don't know where all the FUD and hate is coming from, but sooner rather than later, XRP will break faces. It loves a pattern. Let her break. So for now, XRP is on the daily. XRP versus Bitcoin is actually making a bullish pattern here, right? It is. It must not fall below this level, right, or break below it, because if it does, then that's bad news bears, right? The target's going to be all the way down, guys. What I think will happen here is they're going to fake people out like this, but then come back up like this, right, and then go up. Is my thinking. But let's see what happens, guys. XRP needs to trigger here, and it's following Bitcoin right now. So yeah, I would just be patient here, not any advice. But anyways, that's so face, see ya.